Welcome to Value Spotlight, a series where your host Ryan Purvis, joined with a guest, will discuss products that they use in their daily lives.
The tool that I wanted to talk about today is this product called WeConnect.
Yep.
Which I'm very impressed with. Now I've used, in fact, I'm going to bring up Phantoms as well, because I think it's important to explain both of them.
Perfect. Okay.
So context behind this is obviously you want to grow your outreach, cold outreach. Yep. And I've looked at a few tools. In fact, the other tool is Apollo.io. Apollo.io. Now, the problem I have with Apollo.io is it's a very involved product for me, like if I show you, and it only does email. Now, what is nice about it, and if I go and you have to use Brave or a Chromium based thing to really see the value. Mm-hmm. So if I go click on this person I don't know, here's the Apollo screen. So to get the email address, I get credits to go and get the people's email addresses. Mm-hmm. And to connect with them. But I find, generally speaking, people don't read email. Yeah. At least not cold email. And I always like to do LinkedIn first. So I started using this tool, obviously trying to now get me to pay. And all I'm doing is a daily 25 people, connect with them, and then based on a criteria, and it's enriching. So you got this thing, and it's a fairly good tool, but it's very big, like lots of stuff here. And what is nice is you set up a persona that you want, and you look through it, and it connects with them, and then you can send like an email sequence to that person. But it feels like you really need to be involved in this and spend a lot of time in it. So I've dropped that one for a little bit. Well, it's kind of running on its own for now. So what I prefer to do is LinkedIn. People have told me to go to X and Twitter and all that stuff, but I don't really like it. And what Phantom will do is it'll use your LinkedIn session to connect to somebody. So if I show you here, it'll connect. Okay, I'm not in Chrome now. It also needs to be inside of Chrome. I'm in Safari. But anyway, it'll connect. You can send some content. So connect with somebody. Normally what I do with this is I have a search thing in LinkedIn saying, search for people that match this criteria: digital transformation, digital workplace, consulting, CEO, whatever it is. And then it'll connect with them and send this message. And this is how we get people to come to our community, or we get people to come and be a guest on the show if they don't already come to us. And then what I quite like is what I liked about this, it'll go and try and find the email address anyway. And then it'll do a couple launches per day. And these are all tools that you can run on a regular basis. These are all, because I've now canceled my subscription, it's going to drop down. And it's pretty effective. And I had a whole bunch of these running to go and connect with people, invite them to be on the show, etc. But it is quite clunky. Yeah. And one of the things I found, because you pay for credits and then you also pay for work time, is I was always in this out of balance thing where I could only have so many slots of work going, but there was all this unused utilization available to me. So it never felt like a good balance. And I met with a guy last week who suggested I go and look at this tool called WeConnect, which I'm going to log into now. And I'm very impressed with it. So firstly, as you can see from the interface, very clear, very easy to understand. And this is live right now. It's connecting with people, and I'm running 3 campaigns. I'm still in a trial period, but I will likely, now that I've canceled the one, I'll definitely do this one. And also integrates with HubSpot, which is great. So the contacts that I'm reaching with will go to them straight away. So and you can see it's got a 0 of 3. Whoops, I clicked away too quickly there. So there's a name of a person, 0 to 3 stage. The campaign that I'm doing, so I'm currently outreaching to people that are in consulting. And then it'll also, if anyone responds to me or any messages come through, it'll reply with, it'll tell me. So what I quite like about this is I don't need to keep going into LinkedIn, because going into LinkedIn can be a bit of you might end up doing a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to do, but you can make notes, you can tag this, and I suspect this will put it all into HubSpot. So from a CRM point of view, I'm really loving this. Now, the big thing for me was the campaigns, and I've set up 3 of them because there's 3 things that I'm trying to. The one thing I want to do is automatic birthdays. So I still haven't found that sort of thing. But there's a couple of products that I work with, and it's reaching out. People, if people reply, it measures it, and then it's connecting all the time on a schedule. And you can invite people based on a search criteria. If you can invite them to an event, and let me show you. So what I quite like about it, which I couldn't do with Phantom Buster, is I can set up the sequence. So the first thing is I invite them to connect, and I'm offering right now a 30-minute free consultation. Let me just have a chat with you. Let me see if I can help you. Once they connect, I can have a follow-up message where I'm saying, come check out our channels, YouTube and Spotify. And if you want to be a guest, you can book to be a guest. But now this is something I couldn't do with Phantom very easily, is if they don't connect with me, but I get the email address, I can send them an email with the information. If they don't respond to me, if I don't have an email or they don't respond to me in 5 days, I can withdraw the invitation that I've given them on LinkedIn. Because how it works with LinkedIn, you have a limit of invitation you can do per week.
Yeah.
So if I can withdraw, then I can carry on doing more submissions, which is fantastic. And then it's got A/B variants as well. If you want to do like try out different things, which I think that's like just amazing. So this has been running for me for like 2 days, and I've already had 3 or 4 replies.
That's
And
good.
and I mean, obviously the part that it doesn't have, which all these other tools have, is the AI writer for your text. So I've had to do that in ChatGPT or whatever, but that's fine. But in like 15 minutes, I've got an outreach going. I've already hit 1,000 people in a day.
That's incredible.
Now, if you do a typical marketing thing about 3%, I'd only be expecting probably 30 people to reply or connect. So far, I got 7, and I've had 4 replies. So, we'll see how this is in a week's time. But that's pretty cool. Now, the big thing for me from a value proposition is I'm not spending time reaching out to people.
Yeah.
Tool is. And I mean, I know there's rules and regulations around LinkedIn and using tools and not everything. But I mean, I used to do this all manually. I used to basically max out my connections every week anyway. So I think using a tool is no different to me doing it personally. They're going to do some stuff around content next, which I've signed up for their beta program. And I think the reporting is quite good too. Let me click on that. So you can see how many people have been invited, how many have accepted, and the other stuff. Nothing really happening at this point in time. But as we go with this, we'll see more stuff. Oh, in fact, there we go. This was a lot lower before. It was like in the tens. Process 23, connected 4. So a lot of people that haven't connected with me yet, but that always is slow because not everyone's addicted to LinkedIn like I am. But a great tool.
Yeah.
Great tool. So definitely a recommended one. I don't think there's actually an affiliate link or referral thing for this, but recommended anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want me to stop sharing now, or do you want to ask questions around this screen?
No, it's all good because the questions I ask are like, what features does it have, and what are your thoughts overall, and would you recommend?
Yeah,
And you
no,
covered that all.
I love it. I think it's it's one of those tools where I've literally gone through and gone, huh, this is so easy to use. I don't want them to overcomplicate it. I mean, yeah, there's a couple like little nuances like I found. So when you actually, let me share my screen because this I think is important. So when you create your campaign, we go here.
Yeah.
So when you create this campaign, and this is something I actually log as a bug. So let's call it, podcast guest, for example, and I go smart sequence. When you set this part up,
Yeah.
once you've created the campaign, you can't ever edit this again, which I find a bit irritating. So, but I can use previously saved lists that I've got. So I've already got lists going for like birthdays, for example. Birthday doesn't work as a list for some reason, but let's say we're going to go digital workplace. And then I've got the mailbox. Oh, yeah. So if you select your mailbox, then you can send emails as a fallback. And if you've created a list already, you can reuse it, which is nice. And this is quite neat. So you can have a smart sequence. And in here, you can follow, you can connect, you can like a post, you can visit a profile, you can send them an email, or you can unfollow them. So that's whatever meets that criteria. So I would, because this will be first connection. Oh, yeah, let me go back here. When I set that list up, I would have said that list was for first degree connections, second degree connections, or third degree. One nuance that I don't really like is that if I select first connections, I can't select second connections.
You can only choose one, not all.
Well, but if I select 2 and 3, I can select 2 and 3.
Oh, interesting.
Now, if you want to grow your LinkedIn thing, you should always go and select your level twos because then they
Mm,
always know someone in your level ones.
yeah,
And you typically always avoid your level threes. But
yeah,
like I was sending out a consulting thing, I just wanted to target my level one and my level twos.
yeah. That's
But I but
annoying.
but I know why they've done it. It took me a while to
Mm,
figure it. In fact, I've just figured it out while we're talking. It's because when you're connecting with level twos, your option here is to invite to connect. Now, if we
mm,
were in the degree ones, this option doesn't exist.
mm,
And the reason why this is important is if I go and put here whatever it is and I save it and I put my next one in, you get this accepted, not accepted flowchart,
mm,
which is it's not very obvious, not very intuitive. But now that I've done it a few times, I go, oh yeah, it makes sense. And it would just make the branching very complicated if you're trying to
yeah.
deal with level ones and level twos. But it's a good product, very impressed with it. And then once you go through this, you can have a bit of workflow to say if not accept, you can unfollow, withdraw your invite, send the email, which I think is quite cool.
Mm,
And then the accepted, you can do this. You have these things as well, the follow-up message, the
mm,
endorsements, all that kind of stuff. And you can see people using these tools because all of a sudden you get endorsed for something and you get
mm.
like 5 likes for your post and then you get the message. Because I don't believe people all do it manually. I just think it's impossible. But why not automate something that's useful, saves you some
So
time?
you would recommend
Yeah,
so
definitely.
far?
And it's not expensive. I mean, argumentatively, I was paying $59 for Phantom Buster, and this is $69 for the same package. But if you look at your cost of time, if I had to go do this manually, it would
Yeah,
cost me way more than $69 a month. And yeah, impressive tool.
perfect.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to see other product reviews, founders' conversations, and podcast episodes.